Let's start the session.
Kamal, you can go ahead with that.
We'll start our first virtual career fair by seeking the blessings of Almighty. This Shabad is presented by the little students of JKPS. Everyone is requested to please cover their heads.
वाहेगुरु जी का खालसा वाहेगुरु जी की फतेह। वाहेगुरु जी का खालसा वाहेगुरु जी।
If you want to be successful in this world, you have to follow your passion, not a paycheck. A quote by Jen Welter. Career education and guidance plays an important role in curriculum that supports students' strengths, aspirations, and interests. The main aim of career counseling is to help students choose a field that is in tune with their skills and their job expectations. JKPS has carved a niche in imparting education to its students through constant and tireless pursuit of excellence in all endeavors. We are thankful to Principal Ma'am, Headmistress Ma'am, and Counselor Ma'am for their constant support and for providing this platform for career counseling. Now I invite Principal Ma'am to speak a few words of wisdom on the occasion of first virtual career fair.
Thank you, Kamaljot. Thank you so much. A very good morning to everyone. And I extend a very warm welcome on behalf of JKPS fraternity to all the speakers who are representing their respective universities. And I'm sure you have come with a lot of information to give as much enrichment to my students as possible so that they at least come to a state where they start thinking about their career, because it's very important for all of us to understand that there has been a transition in terms of the thought process of the children and the parents when we speak about the career guidance. Every teacher is an educator. Every teacher is also a counselor, and we really don't know that when the child will get affected by the thought process of any particular teacher, and that particular thought, can make that child pursue that particular career. See, what we do in a career fair like the one which we have organized here, that we give the ready-made information to all the children. And children at the age of 15 or 16, their mind is absolutely cluttered because they have peer pressure, they have parents pressure, they have sibling pressure, they have society pressure, and the child actually doesn't know what is expected out of him. I'll just give you an example of my own son, who always asks me, you want me to be a successful person or you want me to be a prosperous person? And so many times I actually become speechless. And he says, you want me to be successful, you want me to pursue my passion, you want me to be rich. So isn't it too much you're expecting from me? So that is how the children, they are in this state. So it is very important for them to give them the information, which of course all my speakers who would be giving this information to them. But at the same time, my humble request to all the speakers is, please come at the level of a child when you speak to them. Because we all had a long journey. And in fact, our journey is still continuing. I personally feel that sometimes the platforms are, at a different level, where the information is given, but it is not absorbed and understood by the child. So the only request to all the speakers here is that please come down to the level of the children, give them information in a way which they can absorb, encourage them to do more research on these, on a certain kind of a pattern. Always tell them that you please research yourself, motivate them to follow their passion. This is, I'm telling you, you will have to give a perfect blend of personal as well as your professional requirements. I'm sure once we are conducting this virtual fair, you also have some commitments with your respective, institutions you are associated with. But please keep that in mind, that the professional commitment and the personal commitments, if you are able to blend both, then actually my children are going to get benefited. So without taking much time, wishing all my children all the best. Children, try to absorb, try to understand, raise your queries, and it is not the end of the road. One virtual career fair cannot decide your career. That is, we all know, with due respect to all the speakers and the institutions from where you're coming. But we all know that one virtual career fair cannot actually decide the career. But contrary to that, I'm contradicting my own statement. It might, motivate some students to pick up some career. And if you're able to do that, our job is done. All the best. Have a wonderful session. And I hand over the session now to ICAE Almas. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you for your inspirational words. A very good morning to all of you. And I welcome all of you on behalf of ICAE. I'm Almas and I'll be your host for this session today. I would like to thank Ms. Asha Saran, Principal Jaspal Kaur Public School, for giving us this opportunity to organize this virtual fair. And I would also like to thank Dr. Sahani for coordinating with us for this session today. So students, I have few instructions for you. Kindly follow that. I would like to inform you that we will be conducting this fair in 2 segments today, wherein first we will be having Indian universities with us, and in the other session we'll be having overseas universities. So we will be starting with a short university introductions, and you have to listen to the university, what they are offering, their admission procedures and everything. And meanwhile, if you have any question, you can type in your queries in Q&A box and write down the name of the university with that. So it is easier for us to take your queries. Then again, we'll be having the same drill for the second segment. After the short introductions of the universities, we'll be having the Q&A session. So I will not take much of your time, and very quickly would like to invite Miss Ashwini from Atria University. Ashwini, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Almas. I have a short PPT. I will try my level best not to bore you guys and give as much as information that I can help you guys with. So I am here today to talk to you guys about not only HI University, but also to give you a general introduction about what's happening in the industry, education industry, how careers are going forward with all the competitions moving around, and then the type of education that might help you guys tomorrow after you guys finish your degree program. So HI University is one of the first university which is providing you with liberal sciences education. So what happens here is we not only just concentrate on humanities or commerce, but also science. So all these things come into one perspective. Let me just keep all these things. Okay. So as Asha ma'am said, it's always important to have your own decision to be made. Take all the inputs from everyone here, but the ultimate decision should be yours, which should come from the fact that this is my interest and not just because something is been booming at this point of a time. Some industry might be booming at this point of a time, but it might fade till the time you finish your degree. So make a decision properly. I hope I can help you guys again, as I said. So when we talk about liberal education, it's a combination, and it's the study of all the streams in fundamentals. You study about arts, humanities, history, business, and technology all put together. What is how does liberal education helps you in learning path is it's not only giving you the understanding about technology that is happening, but also teaching you that there is something called ethics, there is something called society, which you have also to put into your efforts and things like that. So for a simple example, when a mechanical engineer is being trained to design all the machineries or all the automobile machineries that they are supposed to do, they somewhere lack and knowledge about how is it going to probably affect the environment tomorrow. So here in liberal education, you are taught about the ethics. If you are developing something technology, how is it going to help the society tomorrow, to give an awareness that okay, this thing is not going to be something that is going to be just a good thing for one place of the industry, but also is being put across in an equal level for environment, society, and everything possible. You gain multiple skill sets, you gain multiple knowledge about different things. This comes out completely different from the traditional university you guys have been learning till now. Again, not completely. You guys have been learning these things, how do I say, unknowingly. Now, I'm not sure you guys are from science background, but I can give you an example. You do learn math, you do learn physics. Now, there are a lot of, Newton law or uh, Albert Einstein's law, E is equals to mc square. All that includes math. So this is how interdisciplinary or liberal education teaches you. Now, I did use the word interdisciplinary learning. So interdisciplinary learning is one of the important things that is being taught to you in liberal education. right? Now, what is interdisciplinary learning is, again, as Asha ma'am said, I can give you my example how I put into interdisciplinary learning. I have a background of a creative field. I am from an animation background. So I'm sure when I say animation, all you guys might picture things like, okay, it's more about cartoons, entertainment, creativity, drawing and sketching. Not only you, I was also one of those person before I started learning that. I landed in my first class, and then I realized it is not just creativity or sketching or drawing that is going to put into uh, 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 teaching all these things, but I also had to have an understanding about basics of a human anatomy, that is biology, basic understanding of physics, that is how the laws of motion work, how a ball bounces, how a pendulum works. Now, this is what is interdisciplinary learning. You have to design a character when you're learning animation. So you need to understand how how the anatomy of the character works. If you don't know, your character will not come as realistic as possible. So these are the interdisciplinary and interconnected components that you learn in liberal education. Now, liberal education also helps you have a flexible learning path. Uh, we all know that all of us have a different pace of learning, different way of learning, different way of understanding things. So you are always given an opportunity to learn things in your own way. Atra University also provides you all these factors. So what happens here is, in Atra University, we provide you with 4 different degrees and 5 different majors. Now, when I talk about our degrees and majors, uh, what happens here is you don't have to choose your degree or your major before you even join the college. I know, I'm sure that all you guys are really confused that what do you want to do in your further degree college, and what do you want to pursue as your career tomorrow. So here we help you find your groove in the first 1 year, 1 year to 18 months. So what happens here is you guys learn the basics, the fundamentals of what is going to happen in one certain degree and one certain majors. You learn all these things, you understand things, you start finding your liking, or you start finding your interest in one of the specific things, and then you go on to the second year and then start your major and degree program. So it's not important that you guys have to select a program right away. I'm sure kids coming from science background or will be definitely also be confused about what do they want to do or pursue their degree in. But in liberal education, we do give an opportunity for the students who are also coming from different streams of humanities and uh, humanities, commerce and science. So I'm sure the kids from humanities background and commerce background will be really, confused. How do they want to do about this? So we give an opportunity here in Atra University for the kids to explore their interest in which majors do they want to pursue their career into, and then they move ahead. So once they are in their second year, they start learning with their majors and degrees, with which they will be provided with 3 months of internship in their specific majors and degree program. So as I say that, you can see here that you will be having 9 months of internship experience even before you guys finish your degree program. Now, what are these internships? These are the internships or the projects given by the companies. These will be live projects given by the companies on which you will be working, and that will help you uh, learn things about the real world, what is going to happen after your college, and not just things like you don't have to go land in your first job and be all confused. Oh God, what am I supposed to do here? You know what you're going to do on your first day of the job. You know how a project works. You know how to work in a in a team, how you're supposed to prepare your reports. All these things you will be learning in the next 3 years of your degree course, and by the time you finish it, you are ready for the industry outside. So these are the different majors that we provide in HI University. There is technology, which teaches you more about AR, VR, animation, and all those other things. Digital transformation is more about robotics, artificial intelligence. Mobility is where you guys will be learning about electrical cars, electrical automobile. Energy sciences, I'm sure you might have guessed it. It is more of a study about solar energy, wind energy, and all the natural energy, how you can use and restore your planet, probably. Sustainable life sciences is a major about a study about all the microbials on this earth, not just about human being. After you finish learning sustainable life sciences, you will be a person who can get a job or get into the industry of research, making medicines, making vaccinations, researching on DNAs and other type of stuff. So these are our majors. And let me just jump straight to our, yes. So we are tied up with this company called Accelerator. Now Accelerator has helped almost 10,000 students to be placed till now who have finished their colleges. They are associated with a lot of companies in Bangalore and all over India and all over the world, where they give you an opportunity of being introduced to all these companies and uh, get you a placement there. These are a few of our academic council members who are from MIT, NYU, and Caltech. Now, these people will be coming in and teaching you guys at least minimum for 2 weeks of time in every year. And they will be imparting their knowledge to you, what is happening new with the study of things, what is happening new in the industry, how you can move forward by knowing all these things and develop your skill sets for the upcoming careers of yours. So
Ashwini, sorry to interrupt. If we can skip to the last part.
yeah, I'm so sorry. So these are our lab partners who will be providing you with all possible understanding about, not understanding, teaching you how you will be learning your practical knowledge. And this is our application. Our application is completely holistic. Our application depends on how you want to put your thought process into words. There is this is a complete online process where you can fill your application form. There will be a group discussion, and then there will be a one-on-one session with our faculty. Now, we don't have a cutoff. All we want is you have to be you have to pass your 12th and you have to fit into our application form properly, and then you can go ahead with our admission process. So our fees is 6 lakhs per annum. We also provide residential facility for the students, which is 1,80,000 per year. That's all from my end, Almas. I hope I have helped give them as much knowledge and provide them with all the information from Atria.
Thank you, Ashwini. Thank you very much. Thank you for a thorough presentation from your side. So I would like to invite Shailendra sir from OP Jindal University. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Almas. I'm trying to share my screen now. Please let me know if my screen is visible. Is my screen visible?
It's coming. It's coming. Yeah, it's there.
Thank you so much. Very good morning to all of you. We are OP Jindal Global University. It's a philanthropic initiative by Mr. Naveen Jindal. We are located in Delhi NCR, Sonipat. Established in 2009, in less than a decade, we have been quoted as one of the most promising and upcoming university of this country. In fact, this year, the QS ranking agency, the agency which ranks university at global level, they have ranked us as the #1 private university in India. And QS has also ranked us as the India's #1 university in social sciences, arts and humanities. And in fact, last year, the central government has selected us under the Institute of Eminence. So those who don't know what is Institute of Eminence, it is an initiative by central government to identify universities from India which have the potential to compete with the global universities. So they have identified 20 universities out of 900 universities in India, and we have been selected as one of them. The programs that we offer are, we offer 18 undergraduate programs. BA LLB, BBA LLB are 5-year program. BBA Honors plus MBA is an integrated 5-year program. BBA, BA Legal Studies, BA Global Affairs, BA Political Science, BA Economics, BA Social Science and Policy, BA Liberal Arts and Humanities, BA Journalism and Media Studies, BA Environment Studies, BA and Entrepreneurship and Finance, BA Psychology and Counseling, BCom Honors, BA Architect, again it's a 5-year program, and BA Built Environment Studies and BA Design. So there are certain parameters which have really helped us, reach these milestones, and these parameters have also helped us win accolades in this space. Given the paucity of time, I really won't be able to get in depth of all these parameters, but I'll definitely try to touch base a few of them for your future reference. In fact, I would request all of you to please visit our website for in-depth information about all the points that we'll discuss here. Coming on the number one point, the faculty. So we have a faculty student ratio of 1:10, and we have been ranked second in country for maintaining this ratio. Why we have this ratio? Because we are a research focused university, and because we are a research focused, the role of the faculty is not just scuttled to teaching. In fact, they play a major role in a student's life. They play as a mentor in their life, guiding them at every step and in their research projects. So that is the reason we have maintained this ratio. Every faculty member has an international degree or an international experience, which they bring in the classroom in their teaching pedagogy and when they timely upgrade the curriculum. Some key highlights about the faculties: 73% faculty have at least one international degree, and 16% faculties are of foreign nationals. One of the reasons why we call ourselves as a global university. And 43% faculties have degrees from top 200 universities. Internationalization. We have collaboration with more than 250 international universities across 52 countries. When I say international collaboration, it includes student exchange program, dual degree program, summer schools, international internships, and joint research upon opportunities. To name a few universities with whom we have tie-up: Harvard, Oxford, Wharton, Cornell, UC Berkeley, many more. As I said, you can visit the website. Every semester, more than 150 students go on a semester exchange program to more than 100 universities. We also have 31 dual degree programs, including with Cornell, Geneva School of Diplomacy, and Southwestern University. We are a multidiscipline university. When I say multidiscipline university, what it means is a student pursuing graduation in one discipline also has the flexibility of choosing and studying subjects from different schools. For example, a student at JGU who is pursuing architect can also study subjects on urban planning from the public policy school. Or a student who is studying global affairs may take up a course on international economic law. So, in the previous presentation also, Ashwini was talking about multidiscipline and the importance of multidiscipline. And you will come across this word the more you will interact with, upcoming universities in India. So why multidiscipline curriculum is really required, I want to just share this point with all of you, is because this is the future of, of the 21st century. When you talk about, when you go and look at the skill sets that are required for the 21st century, you will see when you Google that, and you will see that the first, skill set that comes appears on the screen is problem solving skill set, which was also highlighted in the presentation shared by Ashwini. Now, problem solving skill sets. So here is a takeaway. Any human being on this planet, whether it is you, me, or anyone, can solve a problem to the best of his or her knowledge he or she has, right? So you have limited knowledge, you are scuttling your problem solving skill sets. You enhance your knowledge, you are enhancing your problem solving skill sets. Multidiscipline curriculum is a way where you can enhance your knowledge base, right? So I will strongly suggest all the students, if you're going to pursue your undergraduation, please keep multidiscipline as the priority, right? At JGU, Every semester, more than 200 elective subjects are offered to the students to pick and choose from. We are spread across 82-acre campus. We are a residential campus. The classrooms and the hostel rooms are air conditioned. As I said, we are a research university. We have a library with more than 9,000 books and 12,000 journals. The catering services are taken care by Sodexo. We also have a food court, the food court includes Domino's, Subway, Burgos, Moti Mahal, and many more, delicious food outlets. And I'm sure you're not going to miss your home food at all. About student life, so I'll just skip this slide because of the paucity of time. Talking about our alumni, they are working with leading companies such as Google, Amazon, ITC, Indigo. They're also working with think tank like ENY, PwC, McKinsey. And the students who have chosen to pursue their higher education like masters and PhD, they're pursuing it from world-class universities. Coming to the admission process, it's a three-step process. It's an online process and a three-step process. The first step is filling your application, going online and filling your application. Once you submit the application, the second step is giving our online test called JSAT, Jindal Scholastic Aptitude Test. And the final step is the interview with the faculty. In case if you have appeared for the SAT examination, you can share your SAT scores with us. And in that case, you don't need to give JSAT. In fact, I will also suggest all the students, here to please appear for SAT examination, because the SAT score will help you open the doors for not only Indian universities, even for international universities, right? In case if you are applying for our law program, then you have to appear for LSAT India. And in case if you are appearing for architect program, then you have to appear for NATA examination. What we really look in an interview, what a faculty really looks is the overall communication, your imagination and creativity. And the most valuable question is that how, why you and why not the next? How passionate you are for the program that you want to pursue. In fact, what kind of extracurricular activities or range of activities you have done in your school education related to the program that you want to pursue. For more information, you can visit, we have a scholarship also. It's based on mean comes merit basis. So to avail any kind of scholarship, your family income has to be below 30 lakhs rupees per annum. That's all from our end. In case you have any question, you can put it in the chat box. We'll be more than happy to take your questions. Thank you so much, Almas.
Thank you, Shailendra. Thank you very much. So now moving on from the liberal arts universities to the fashion university, I would like to invite Ms. Vandita from IIAD. Sorry, Ms. Aditi. Yeah.
Yeah, hi. Thank you so much for introduction, ma'am. I'll just take a moment to share my screen.
Sure, ma'am. Take your time.
I hope my screen is visible.
It's there. It's there now.
Yeah, great.
Please stick to the time limit, ma'am, please.
Yeah, sure. So, hi everyone. My name is Aditi. I'm here working with IIAD. So, I know that we have many courses in India wherein student wants to go some traditional courses, and design is something which is not so new, but actually a new field for someone to make their passion into profession. So this course, I'm talking about the design courses. So I'm going to represent about design and about IIED as well. Going forward, I would like to talk about IIED, but before talking about IIED, I would like everyone to see a small video of what is design actually, because there are many people or students who think that design is something related to maybe painting, drawing, sketching, arts and everything, but it is a lot more than that. This is even some technical parts are also there in design. So here's just a small video of what is design actually.
When people think of design, they often think an elegant chair, a well-turned logo, dramatic architecture. But that isn't all that design is. Design is more. It's more than the drapes or the drop shadows, more than a beautiful UI or a rad concept car. Design is more than aesthetics, much more. Design is fundamental. It's the predilection to investigate and understand. It's the compulsion to give form to ideas and make sense of disorder. Design is the ability to amend the imperfect. Design is knowing what questions to ask and how to ask them. What's the right problem to solve? How do I solve it? Why should I solve it? In a world in which anyone can now build anything, design is understanding whether something is worth building at all. If you've ever built, tested, shipped, debugged, rebuilt, or reshipped anything, then you're a designer. And there has never been a better moment in history to be a designer. Now is your time to solve real and important problems, to start great and enduring companies, to use curiosity, creativity, and craft to elevate lives. Because design, at its core, is optimistic. It's the call to change what is into what ought to be. It is the attempt to make heart and mind into tools of mass construction, to build a better, wiser, more just, more beautiful world. Design is your gift and your responsibility. Design is the way.
Yeah, so that was a small video of what is design actually. Going forward, I would like to tell that design industry in India is expected to be 188.32 billions over the next 4 years, and we are not producing this much designers in India. In fact, not from being the design industry, I have researched and find that almost 10,000 designers are getting hired by the IT companies from outside India, because India is lacking behind producing good number of designers. Moving forward, I would like to talk about IIAD and the partnership with the Kingston University. So IIAD is in collaboration with Kingston School of Arts, and which comes under Kingston University. And Kingston University rated #1 university in UK by Guardian's League Table 2020. So the students will be doing design from IIAD will be getting a degree from Kingston University along with one UGC recognized Indian degree. Uh, Here's a small video of IIAD campus being a design college. So just a small video to give you a glimpse of design college. Yeah, so that was a IIT campus video. We don't follow the old traditional classroom scenario. We have big design studios wherein student can sit and do the project work together. So this slide implies 2+2 program that IIAD has. So there are many students who would like to go outside India for their graduation. So the students will be studying in IIAD, will have the provision to study 2 years at IIAD, and the rest 2 years they can go to any of these countries. We have collaborated with the universities in these respective countries, so the student can do the rest 2 years in any of the countries they would like to know, and they will be getting the degree from their respective college. So that's the 2+2 program, provided if the student is interested to take this program. So we have undergraduate courses in which we have three design undergraduate course and one business course. So the design course is of 4 years, in which first year is the foundation year, followed by 3 years of bachelor degree in design. And one business course is fashion business management, in which a student will study the business perspective of a fashion industry. So that's a kind of a BBA, you can say, in fashion industry we have. Going forward, I would like to talk about the course structure that we have for design courses. So the first year is the foundation year, in which after foundation year, the first year is the uh, first year of design, followed by 8 weeks of mandatory internships provided by IIED. Then we have second year of design, followed by 16 weeks of mandatory internships, and the final year of design. So design is something we cannot sit in a classroom and can study from the text. So how we teach, we have five-pronged approaches to teach our students. We call our students as pie designers because this is the term that we have taken from the maths, and we took this because we make our student multidisciplinary, or they have this provision to work in any discipline provided they have their interest and caliber to do so. So these are the five-pronged approaches that we have. First is the learner-centric approach, wherein student will get a mentor right from the first year to look out on their projects and everything till the fourth year. The second approach is project-based learning. So the project-based learning is something very, very important in a design industry. As I said, we cannot follow textbooks or classroom scenario to do designing, but design is something wherein student has to do projects and projects only. Third is thinking through making. So wherein student can do project and they will learn many things while they're making their project. So this is the third approach. We have interdisciplinary approach. As I said, student has this provision to go to any discipline and they can work interdisciplinary on their projects. The fifth approach is industry interface. As I've already mentioned, we have 8 plus 16 weeks of mandatory internships provided by IIED. This gives a student to work on live project in the industry. So the courses that we have, these are some examples of good students that have been placed to many good reputed brands. So the fashion design students, these are communication design students. The students who are really interested to go for technical designing, we call it communication design, as like the students who are interested for gaming, game designing, animation, graphics, UX, UI. So they can go for this course, and it's a vast umbrella wherein student will get lot more opportunity to work in the industry. We have interior architecture and design, wherein student will not only going to study the designing part of this course, but they will learn some concepts of architects as well. She is the Dean of NIFT Delhi. She has been invited to IIED's graduate show, and there were some kind words has been told by her. But I'll skip this video due to the time issue. Moving forward, this is some industry connects that we have. Uh, so IID is connected with over 139 plus organization across the industry for students internship and placement. These are some examples. You can visit on our website and see lot many success stories and students work on our website. Talking about admission process, it is simple like any other college. So we have online application forms which are already out from our website. You can go and submit it. We have an entrance examination in December, followed by a studio test or maybe an interview round. Then we do provide scholarships on the basis of your performance in the entrance examination. So the admission process is simple. So this is the last slide and video of my presentation, just a small video of IIED's graduate show that we had last year.
Aditi, if you can skip that, I need to move on to the next university.
Sure, ma'am, no problem. So that was a video of IIED graduate show available on our website as well. Thank you so much. You can reach out to us on through this number or our website. If anyone has any doubt, please you can feel free to ask.
Thank you, Aditi. We do have questions for you. I'll be taking it after this session. So I would like to call Mr. Jayant Gogoi from Shivnada University. Then we will move on.
Thank you, Almas. Almas, is my screen
Yeah,
visible?
it's there. It's there.
Okay, thank you. Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Jayant, and I'm representing Shivnada University. I'm a part of the outreach and admissions team here at the university. So we are a private state university. We started off in the year 2011, and we are UGC approved, and we offer courses at the undergraduate, postgraduate, doctoral, academic, and professional courses as well. And we are situated in a place called Dadri, which is ahead of Greater Noida. So quickly moving on, these are some of the numbers of the university, wherein we are currently running 5 schools. So namely School of Engineering, School of Humanities and Social Sciences, School of Natural Sciences, School of Management and Entrepreneurship, and School of Extended Learning and Professional Development. So under these schools, we run more than 40 plus programs. Then we also have 6 dedicated research centers for our research work. We are a research-led university with a lot of emphasis on undergraduate research. So we currently house almost 2,200 students. 2,000 students would be are studying at the undergraduate level, and around 200 students are studying at the postgraduate and doctoral level. And we have more than 200 faculty members. The exact number of faculty would be 225. These are all PhD holders, because there is a minimum requirement that the university looks for in a faculty, that you have to have a PhD degree from a reputed university. So if I talk about the student teacher ratio, we are at a 10:1. So for every 10 students, there's a dedicated faculty member. We are a huge campus spread across 286 acres, lush green campus with a lot of we also have a natural lake inside the campus. So there are more than 155 labs and studios. We have 24 departments, and it's a very student-centric university. There's a lot of we have an extremely vibrant student life. So there are more than 40 plus student clubs in society, completely managed by the student themselves. So if I have to talk about what the university is based on, so our university is basically based on 4 pillars, which would be the first one is comprehensive. So we call ourselves a comprehensive university because, as I already said, we are offering courses right from the undergraduate to masters to doctoral to professional courses under one roof. The second one is multidisciplinary. I will not talk much about multidisciplinary because every new age university now is following this curriculum, and my previous speakers from Atria and OP Jindal have already spoken a lot about what multidisciplinary curriculum. But yes, if I have to talk about it, we were the pioneers of following a multidisciplinary curriculum when we started off in 2011. Our student of course, you can take up majors and minors from different disciplines, from sciences, from arts, from performing arts, and so on. And you can also take electives from from interdisciplines. Okay, and the third one, a very important pillar is all our programs that we run in the university. These are all 4-year research-led programs. Or the only other university or college that offers 4-year undergraduate research program would be ISC Bangalore. There would be there are a few other universities which offers 4-year programs, but those are optional 4-year programs, whereas all our programs, it's a mandatory 4-year programs which all the students have to do. And we are a fully residential campus. Even the faculty, 50% of the faculty stay within the campus. The fourth pillar that the university is based on is student centric. As I already said, we give a lot of importance to student well-being. So we involve them in a lot of activities, like all the clubs are managed by the students. So the mess, the food committee that is managed by the students, the internal transport committee for the students that is managed by the students. And in fact, even students who are extremely bright, the 10 pointers, they are also included in the interview panel for hiring faculty. These are, again, we are also extremely proud to have been associated with extremely talented pool of people when we talk about our faculty. So we have faculty from the best possible institutes across the globe. We have faculty coming from UC Berkeley, Cornell, MIT, University of Cambridge, Oxford, Michigan, and so on. So these are some of the best foreign universities or colleges. Other than these, our faculty have also come from the best of Indian institutes like the IITs, the IISCs, the IIMs, and all. We also have a very strong international collaboration with some of the best international universities and colleges. So these collaborations are for collaborative research, student exchange programs, curriculum and academic support, and joint research grants. So when we talk about student exchange programs, the exchange programs can be for a semester, and that can go up to a year also, depending on which university you are applying for and what sort of program is applied for. So these are some of the institutes that we are associated with. We are associated with Babson, with Duke, National University of Singapore, University of Michigan, UC Berkeley, and so on. These are some of the accolades. I will just touch on one point here, which we are extremely proud of. We have been chosen as an institution of eminence by Government of India. Just like my colleague from OP Jindal says, we are also one of the 20 universities. So 10 from the private and 10 from public were shortlisted by the government. We are also one of them. Moving on quickly to the admission process. So under the School of Engineering, we run 6 programs, which are chemical engineering, civil, computer science, electrical, electronics and communication, and mechanical engineering. So there are 4 options that a student can get admission. The first one, if he writes his JEE mains exam and he has a percentile of 80 and above, then he is eligible for a direct offer. The cutoff for JEE scores would differ from branch to branch. Then we also consider the College Board SAT exam. If I have to talk about the cutoff for last year for computer science, it was 1350 with a minimum of 700 in the maths section. It is followed by a round of interview. Then we conduct our own entrance test. These are all online. So it's a 3-hour entrance exam, and we also consider the American College Testing Score. That is always again followed by a round of interview. The cutoff for ACT for School of Engineering was 32. The basic eligibility criteria that a student needs to maintain is 70% in your PCM scores in your grade 12 for you to get a confirmed offer. Moving on to the next school, School of Natural Sciences, we are offering biotechnology, chemistry, maths, and physics. Again, the routes are similar to that of the School of Engineering. The only difference is that is interview also after our own entrance test. The minimum eligibility for 12th grade is aggregate of 70%. Moving to the last 2 schools, School of Humanities and Social Sciences, we are offering BA research programs in English, History, Sociology, and International Relations. And we are offering BSc research program in economics, and we have started a new program from last year in BSc in Economics and Finance, which is a joint program offered by School of Humanities and School of Management and Entrepreneurship. So under the School of Management and Entrepreneurship, we run a Bachelor's of Management Studies program. These are all 4-year programs. So the options that a student have to take to get admission into these schools are either through your SNU SAT APT, which is our own entrance, followed by a round of interview. The second one is if you have a valid SAT score. So the cutoff for SAT scores for these 2 schools were 1150, followed by a round of interview. Then the ACT scores are also considered. The cutoff for ACT last year was 23, followed by a round of interview. The minimum eligibility is 70% aggregate in your grade 12. We also offer generous scholarship to meritorious student. We believe that no meritorious student should be left behind due to lack of finance. So we offer generous scholarship. There are 4 categories. The first one is a gifted student scholarship that is given to the top 100 rank holders of your respective board or your JEE exams. Then we give a merit cum mean scholarship, which is given to meritorious students who have scored more than 92% in your class 12 scores and has a family income of less than 8 lakh of rupees. So we give them scholarship up to 100%. We also give sports scholarship to students who have represented a particular sport at the state or at the national level. The cutoff for the sports scholarship students would be a little lesser than the regular students. So for sports scholarship, you need to score at least 60% in your grade 12th. And we also run few rural scholarship for a select 18 schools. The list of those schools are available on the website. So these are some of the resources. Almaz, do we have time or we are? Hello, Almaz?
Yeah, we are actually you are over the time limit.
Okay, that's okay. Thank you. So I will not go through these. These are just images. So I'll leave behind my details and the website address. So for more details, I'm here for the question and answers. Thank you, Almas.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you very much. Very thorough presentation from your side. So I'll just stop this thing. Yeah. So now, as we're done with the Indian universities, we'll move on to the Q&A session now. And I can see a lot of questions have already been answered And I saw a question from Ms. Shikha for OP Jindal University. So, ma'am, if you want to repeat that question. Shikha, ma'am, are you there?
Yeah. Hi, Almas. Actually, we have entrepreneurship as a subject in our school for class 11th and 12th.
Okay.
So if we could get a little details, and now I just realized even Shiv Nadar is offering a course in entrepreneurship. So this will be a good insight for my kids. They would be attending this. I mean, many of them would be here, ma'am. A little more about.
Okay. So, yeah, Shailendra, sir, and then maybe Jayant can go ahead after.
Yes, ma'am. So at OP Jindal Global University, this year we have launched this program in finance and entrepreneurship. So ma'am's question was whether there are any prerequisites for this program. So at JGU, there are no prerequisites for any of the program. Students from any stream can apply for any program they want. And I'll again request for in-depth information about the program, please visit our website. So when you will go on School of Banking and Finance, there you will find this program of entrepreneurship also. So all the details, the curriculum, the faculties associated with the program, what the program is all about, what future you're going to make out of that program, everything is mentioned on the website.
Okay, sir. All right.
Thank you, ma'am.
So much. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, Shikha ma'am, even for Shiv Nadar University, there are no prerequisites. We run two programs where entrepreneurship is a part. First one is a Bachelor's of Management Studies program, wherein entrepreneurship would be a course within the program. And then we also have started the program of Economics and Finance, wherein there would be courses of entrepreneurship included in that curriculum. So again, for more details, ma'am, because it's a long list of courses, so we will leave behind our website address, or I can also give you my phone number. You can get in touch with me directly, and maybe we can have a discussion on that.
That will be a big help. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah. So Jayant, I have one more question for you coming from Parth. He wants to know: is cricket included in sports scholarship in Shiv Nadar University?
Well, see, Parth, last year it was not. Last year we had the sports scholarship was on badminton, squash, and I think basketball. So this time we might, again, it is not sure. That is something which the sports committee would decide. So our admission process will start in January. So you can check our website for more details. The details will be available there.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Jayant. So if I can see the question, I think most of the questions have already been answered here. So Utkarsh has one question. I don't know which university he wants to direct this question to, but his question was on avionics course, and I can see Ashwini has already answered that. So avionics, if you want to add on to that part, Jayant or maybe Shailendra, any one of you.
So at Jindal Global University, ma'am, we don't have any programs related to sciences apart from architect. So we have courses related to humanities, social sciences, liberal arts, management, and law.
Okay, so Jayant, your take?
Yes, Almas, we do not offer any specialization in avionics. As I said, we run all the traditional courses, but yes, there would be there would be few subjects on avionics, maybe other different branches, maybe under mechanical engineering. But yes, we do not offer any specializations now.
Okay, thank you, Jen. Thank you. So this is a very interesting question. This is for IIAD. So Sharat says, can I be a designer if I'm bad at art? So Aditi, if you can answer that once again.
Yeah, why not, Sharat? I would like to tell you that foundation year, the first year is actually for that only. So design is something not related to your art or design work, but it is a lot more than that. And to brush up your designing or your painting or your sketching things, we have that foundation year in which students will have an idea of drawing and your everything related to your sketching and painting and drawing. So the foundation year will be dedicated to this only, so you can do that.
Thank you very much, Aditi.
Yeah, thank you.
So location you have already shared. So this one was for Atria. I know you have answered it, but if you can do that once again. Is there any course to become an astronomist in Atria?
I did answer that again. So we don't have a specific major. So we have one of the subjects in digital mobility, that is for avionics. And for the more information about avionics, the students can always visit our website or probably give me a call. I have already shared my number. I can help them with all the details I can possibly do.
Thank you, Ashwini. So, Aditi, there's one more question for you. So, Divneet says, can a medical student take a admission in IIAD, and what will be the criteria and entrance examinations to be taken into account? Aditi, you there?
I'm so sorry. So yeah, design is not stream specific. The student from science, medical, non-medical, arts or commerce can also do the designing course. And the criteria is simple. The student has to have minimum 50% in their 12th and they have to give our entrance examination. So the main criteria is our entrance exam.
Okay.
Which is in December only. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Aditi. So I have two questions for Shivnadar and one for OP Jindal. So I'll just take both of them in one go. So for Shivnadar, Trisha says, when will be the entrance exams will be conducted? And the second question is about the psychology course for OP Jindal and Shivnadar University. So one by one, if you
Okay,
both can
Almas, Jayant here. So for Shivnadar, our admission process will start in the month of January. So it's a complete online process. So from January onwards till July is when our admissions are open. So any student can apply online and you can schedule your test as per your convenience. So till before pre-COVID, it was conducted at Pearson View centers in most of the cities in India. But post-COVID, it was converted into a remote proctored model wherein students were able to give the exam from their home. So hopefully January when we start, if it again depends on the situation, most probably it will still be remote proctored from your home. And for psychology, unfortunately, we do not offer psychology courses. So I think Shailendra will be able to help you with psychology.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah, thanks, Jayant. So yes, at JGU we do offer psychology. So till this year it was under liberal arts, but now we have launched exclusive school as BA honors in psychology and counseling. So you can very much, as we have been requesting time and again, please visit the website for the in-depth information about the program, BA psychology and counseling.
Thank you, Shailendra. Thank you very much. This was the last question that I took for Indian universities. As I can see, the overseas university delegates have already joined us. So we'll be moving on to that segment today. I would like to thank all of you for joining me, all the Indian university delegates. Students, please be there. We are starting with the second segment. Thank you, Jayant. Thank you, Aditi, Ashwini. Thank you. Thank you, Shailendra sir, for joining us and taking all the questions and for your presentations. Students, you can directly contact them for all your queries. It will not be possible to take all the questions as we have a time limitations here. You can directly contact them. They have already given all the details in the chat box. You can go through them and you can call them, you can mail them. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Almas.
Thank
you,
Jayant.
Almas. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. So we'll be starting with the with our second segment with the overseas university, and I will not take much of your time again, and we'll start with the Mr. Rituraj Singh from Kent State University. Rituraj, over to you.
Yeah. Hi. Thank you, Almas. Hello, everyone. My name is Rituraj Singh, and I represent.
Second session शुरू हो रहा है.
Yeah, shall I go ahead, Almas?
Yes.
Okay. So my name is Rituraj Singh, and I represent Kent State University, Ohio.
Yes, go ahead. I've muted. Yeah.
Okay. So my name is Rituraj Singh, and I represent Kent State University, Ohio, USA. I hope you and your family keeping safe in this unprecedented pandemic situation. I understand the fluid nature of this situation. However, we all are sure that things will be going to be okay soon. Kent State University is a public university located in the Kent, Ohio, in the northeast part of the United States. So it was founded in the year 1910. So it's almost 110-year-old institution and spread over 950-acre beautiful scenery campus. Nearest town is Cleveland, and also having the airport, which is known as Cleveland Hopkins International Airport. And from Kent Airport is approximately 45 minutes drive. So Kent State University has its own small airport and the aviation program too, which serving the community since 1917. So let me give you a geographical structure. Chicago is around 6 hours drive from Kent. Pennsylvania is around 4 hours drive. Pittsburgh is around hour and 45 minutes. When you move upward, New York is around 7 hours drive, and DC is around 5.5 hours drive. So the university ranks 77th in terms of public university in the United States. So let me give you go through the presentation deck that it will be give you more insight. Yeah. So geographically, I have explained you that Kent is located in the northeast part of the United States, and the airport, there are two major international port, which is Cleveland Hopkins International, which is approximately 50 minutes drive, and then we have a Akron Canton International Airport, which is approximately 30 minutes drive. Employers of Kent State alumni, some of them are like we have Apple, Facebook, Amazon, Google, we have Barclay, HSBC, General Motors, and like Diebold, ENY. In agriculture, we have Deve, insurance, Progressive, or communication, we have InfoCision, medical, we have Cleveland Clinic, which is the biggest chain in the United States. Uh, so the university comes under top 100 by 2020 edition by US News and World Report, and we have 251,000 alumni worldwide, and we have approximately 285 plus program offered at undergraduate level after class 12, starting from your aerospace to aeronautics, physics, chemistry, biology, fashion, psychology, sociology, international relation, and so on. If you talk about the student life and services, we have 25 different residence halls where approximately 6,000 students living on campus and more than 11 dining locations for both vegetarian to gluten-free options. And then we have a 24 by 7 campus bus service, which is called Pata Bus Service, which is a Portage Area Regulatory Transport Authority. And you see the architecture building is there. Campus safety, yeah, we rank 25th safest campus in the United States out of all 4,300 odd university education institutions. In terms of, again, safety and security, police patrolling is 24 hours a day, nighttime campus escorts. And then we have a campus security and courtesy phones are available. Then we have a flash alert as well. If we talk about the cost of attendance for the undergraduate, tuition and fees for 2 semester includes 20,613 US dollar, and living expenses is around $14,138. Other expenses includes your health insurance, books, and other things. So cumulatively for one academic year, the undergraduate cost of attendance is around 40,373 US dollar. Then we have the colleges, the schools where all these 280 plus programs lies. So we're like aeronautics engineering, we have architecture and environmental design, arts and sciences, we have business administration, communication and information, education, health and human services, nursing, public health, university college, and honors college. So you see the College of Aeronautics, we have 32 aircrafts, which is largest aircraft fleet in the Ohio. And then we have unique opportunities like we have annual air show, Fanic robot training, and then approximately $9,000 awarded scholarship till date in this for the program. Then we have College of Architecture and Environmental Design, where architecture ranks 28th in the United States. In terms of interior design, national ranking is 13. And and then we have a unique academic resource like architecture library, NEDI lab, RFF lab, and fabrication lab under College of Architecture. So then we have a fashion school. So fashion school under this, we're 15th ranking worldwide. So first fashion school in the Midwest area, and we rank fifth design school in the United States. And again, fifth in the terms of fashion merchandising. Under College of Arts, again, a lot of courses comes under this. Like you have computer science, you have applied physics or applied mathematics, chemistry. So we have top four at art schools include School of Art, Fashion School, School of Music, School of Theatre and Design. And we have 9 degrees, more than 50 individual programs concentrations. And then opportunities for study abroad and internships like in NYC, Fashion Studio, in Italy, France, UK, and China. Again, 2019 Best Undergraduate Business Program in National News, one of the nation's most outstanding business program as per the Princeton Review. We have, like, if you see, there are 85 full-time faculty. We have approximately 3,827 total students in the business program. And for the business, we have 35,000 alumni worldwide and 180 academic scholarship awarded. And we have 245 students studied abroad during 2017-18 academic year. And College of Education, Health and Human Services, you see we have 14 research centers, high profile research outreach learning center we have. And then we have 55 undergraduate and doctoral programs includes like health education and promotion, nutrition and dietetics, early childhood education and all. And again, in this program, like close to 60,000 alumni worldwide. If I talk about the scholarship for the undergraduate students, there are two scholarships which we are offering. The current one scholarship, Global Scholarship. So any student who will get admit into Kent State University for any of the program, 285 plus programs, for sure he will get a scholarship of $4,000 per year. So that means $16,000 for 4 years for sure. Second scholarship, International Freshman Scholarship. So international freshman scholarship, due to this pandemic situation, the SAT they have waived off. However, it's recommended. But yeah, they look the GPA, which is around 3.6, and which is roughly 90% at your class 12. So any student who is applying international freshman scholarship for fall 2021, that means the next year August intake, the deadline is, I guess, 15th of December. You have to apply before this. And if in case you are eligible, then probably you will get a freshman scholarship too, which starts from $2,000 to $20,000. And again, it's a renewable scholarship. So every year it will get renewed by condition student has to maintain their GPA, that is 3.6. And then you have a campus work opportunities. So all the jobs are posted through career services. We have a personalized professional career advising available to each student, and students may work 20 hours per week on campus while classes are in session and 28 hours per week during the breaks. If we talk about the requirement, we are looking for uh, at least 2.5 GPA on a scale of 4 on the but we suggest at least 60% at the class 12 to be on the safer side. And secondly, we are also looking the English language proficiency test, which is either TOEFL or IELTS. If the applicant is going for IELTS, then it should be a 6.0, or if the student is going for TOEFL, that is test of English in foreign language, then in that case minimum 71. Yeah, that's all from my side.
Thank you, Ruturaj, for a thorough presentation. And now moving on from US to Canada, I would like to invite Ms. Anaga from University of Ottawa.
Hey, hi, Almas. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to everybody. I'll quickly share my presentation as well. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Anagha. I represent University of Ottawa, which is situated in Canada, as Almas said, here in India. Let me just take you through everything that University of Ottawa has to offer. So let's just first understand where's Ottawa situated. Ottawa, for those who do not know, is the capital city of Canada. So we're the federal capital of the country. We're situated on the eastern part of Canadian geography. As you can see here on the map, we are very well connected with some of the major cities in Canada, be it Toronto, Montreal, Quebec, and many others. Since we are on the eastern part of the Canadian geography, you can also reach to some of the American cities like Boston, New York, etc. within a couple of hours of flying time as well, which definitely makes it really very easy to travel when you're traveling for work during your summer terms or for leisure. So Ottawa as a federal capital also has a lot of distinctions as a city. The most important that I find as far as student community is concerned is that Ottawa is the most educated or most literate city across the entire North American region, not just in Canada. And of course, with literacy and education, we bring in safety, security, class, very low unemployment rates. And that is also because of the technology hub that exists in the city. Ottawa is alternatively also called as Silicon Valley North, which houses more than 450 Fortune 500 companies which are dealing in technology, analytics, consultancy, etc. And of course, being the federal capital, Ottawa students also fetch a lot of government related jobs too. Of course, being the capital, it is one of the most secure places that you can be in. Moreover, it is also very affordable to live in the city compared to some of the other major cities in Canada. And of course, the transportation is also pretty quick and easy. We have a very developed train or metro system, you can call it as, wherein you can travel through the entire city very conveniently. In fact, there are two train stations on the campus where you can, easily go across the city. As far as the University of Ottawa is concerned, we're the world's largest bilingual university. So all our programs are taught in English as well as French. We're also Canada's top 10 comprehensive research universities and world's top 1% of the universities. So if you look at globally, global university rankings, we rank 141st across thousands of options that you can get globally. We are an extra large university when it comes to numbers. We're almost 42,000 strong, out of which 35,000 students study various undergraduate degree programs. And at Ottawa, we are truly global. We have a representation of more than 155 countries on the campus. So you're not just going to see students from major countries like India, China, some of the European countries. You'll find students from Morocco, Senegal, Mauritius, really remote parts of the world also, which definitely adds a very diverse profile to your understanding, where you get to know different backgrounds of people. At University of Ottawa, we have 6 undergraduate faculties, so 6 different streams of programs that you can study at, which offers you more than 450 programs plus. There is a very high emphasis given on research facilities at the campus. So there are, complete STEM complex, which is a secondary campus of ours, which is dedicated completely to science, technology, engineering, math research. There is research happening on various different research areas, right from photonics to genetics to advanced AI and multiple others. We're also very green campus. So we do give a lot of importance to sustainability aspects. We try and make sure that, our campus is zero wastage when it comes to our food halls. We understand that we're impacting some young lives, and this is the generation which will really make or break the sustainability aspects of the future. So we definitely want students to be aware of these aspects. Just to let you know about the campus a little bit, this is our main campus, as you can see on the screen. We are bang in the middle of the city. You'll have a Byward Market nearby, which houses a lot of shopping complexes, restaurants, etc. There's a Leeds campus, which I was talking about, which is converted into the STEM complex now. There's a Parliament Hill nearby, about 15 minutes, as you can see on the top left corner, where Canadian Parliament is situated. So you could definitely walk up and see some of the parliamentarian also walking about there. We have these 6 faculties to offer various different programs for students. Faculty of Arts, which houses Fine Arts, Humanities, Languages program. So some of our popular programs are theater, music and science, communication, journalism, linguistic studies as well. So you can take up multiple options as far as your majors, minors are concerned. We have our business school, which is named as Telfer School of Management, which houses all the business programs. This is into, some of the traditional programs like accounting, finance, marketing, etc. or you can take up some new age majors like business technology management or healthcare analytics as well, which is something gives you a very innovative look at business concepts. We have a faculty of social sciences, which is one of our biggest faculties, which houses some really interesting programs. As you would have seen, usually social sciences, we do not really associate it with something like a very employable programs, but you will see even social sciences program fetch more than 97% of core placement rates. We have programs related to economics, criminology, sociology, political science, some of the popular one being into conflict studies, and all combinations of economics and political science. Faculty of engineering, very popular for Indian students for sure. So we have, all sorts of engineering majors that you can take up, be it chemical, computer, earthquake engineering, nuclear engineering, etc. Faculty of Sciences houses all major science-related programs, be it biology, biomedical, environmental sciences, etc. And Faculty of Health Sciences, programs relevant to health and human kinetics. As far as our application process goes, it's very simple. Students need to apply through a common portal called OUAC, wherein all universities which are situated in the Ontario province in Canada apply through. For students who are studying in an Indian curriculum, what we require as far as eligibility is concerned is a minimum 70% on their high school curriculum, which is their 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. Be mindful though that for our engineering, business, and social sciences program, the admissibility cutoffs go as high as almost 85 to 90%. We just require transcripts for these 3 years or your predicted grades for your 12th grade if you're studying currently. Our final deadline for 2021 intake will be in April 1st. But I always recommend international students to apply really soon because some of these cohorts are really very small. So they get filled in really, really quickly. We'll require your transcripts and a language proficiency test. We do not ask for any SAT tests. Language proficiency test preferably could be IELTS, where you score a minimum 6.5. Financing your studies is also pretty convenient at Ottawa because we do give out a bunch of scholarship options. Maybe we can have a chat related to that during the Q&A. Each department offers some sort of scholarships to students. There's a specific scholarship for Indian students under Faculty of Engineering. So if you want to study engineering programs, there'll be a specific scholarship coming to you as an Indian national. There are multiple reasons that students select University of Ottawa for, and one of the important being co-op. So most of these programs that we talked about gives you an option of doing a co-op, which is basically work placements or industrial experience while you study. At Ottawa, you do this for 16 months, which is segregated into 4 terms of 4 months each, where you get to work in the industry relevant to your program and earn valuable experience. And of course, these are paid terms, so you get paid as well through the companies. We'll anyway take questions at the end of the session related to programs, scholarships, or funding opportunities at University of Ottawa otherwise. I'll leave my contact details also in the chat box. If you want to get in touch with me individually, you can do that. Thanks, Almas. I hope I didn't overdo.
Thank you, Anaga. Thank you very much. I can see a lot of questions for you in the Q&A box. You can check them. Yeah. So now moving on from Canada to Europe, I would like to invite Mr. Raul D'Souza, Institute of Marangoni.
Thank you, Almaz. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us this afternoon. I represent Istituto Marangoni School of Fashion, Art and Design, which is based in Milan, London, Paris, Florence, and also now we have campus in Mumbai. Begin with a short video presentation.
You didn't choose to come here today. You decided much, much earlier. You decided when you made your first pencil stroke, when you chose your favorite color, the day you discovered what is beautiful and what is not. The first time you were told you're talented. This is why you are here now. You think it's not enough just to be told. Talent is nothing until you can touch it, wear it, illuminate it, see it. When it mixes with 2, 3 or 4,000, it is useless without sweat, tears and sleepless nights. It is no good if it only speaks to itself. Challenge it, set it on fire, and rebuild it from scratch. Blindly trust it, but never totally believe it. You can't find it, but you can learn. Your talent brought you here. It's time to begin.
Istituto Marangoni has been one of the pioneers of fashion, art, and design of the industry. In fact, the luxury industry, as you see it today in Europe. And let's see. And has been significantly contributing in developing the luxury industry over the last 50 years, not only in Europe, but also now across the industry. Can you all see my screen?
No.
No, I think it went.
Yeah, it's there.
Over the decades, we have expanded not only in Milan, where it first started, being the first school for design in Italy, and ranked #1. It's ranked now top 10 in the world, and it has been consistently done so for the last 2 decades. But we have expanded to London, Paris, Shanghai. We opened a new campus for design, that is interior and graphics, in Milan itself. There's Florence, Firenze in 2016, then Shenzhen, the second campus in China, Mumbai in 2017, and then in 2018, Miami in the US. So we are now truly a global school, in an international school, having students coming from more than 106 countries around the world. The uniqueness of Marangoni is, of course, it's a made in Italy concept, which is very famous, the Italianness. When you think of Italy, a lot of things come to mind besides just design. It's finesse, it's fun, it's excellence, it's beauty, aesthetics, whether it's food, whether it's music, whether it's architecture, interior design, product design, and of course, fashion. Now, our campuses are located in the center of the fashion and art design districts in these cities. So that's very unique because you have an experiential learning, not only in the classroom, but around the campus and around the city. All our faculty are professionals from the industry that come and teach and share their knowledge, contemporary knowledge in the classroom. And also students are exposed to what's happening today in the companies. And then, of course, that's why we have an excellent industry relationship, which is very beneficial for students. We have excellent mentors in our people from the industry, like Mr. Giulio Cappellini, who is an architect and interior designer and one of the best talent scouts in the world today for design. Anna De La Rosso was the editor-in-large for Vogue Japan, and among the many other names that we have. So as mentioned earlier, students have a lot of opportunities to attend the course, either starting in Mumbai, for example, the first year, and then move to London or Milan or Paris for the second and third year, or start straight away maybe in Milan for the first year and then move to Paris or London for the second and third years. So these are the flexible opportunities which make it truly multicultural experience, which is very, very important for today's world. I will not jump some videos because, okay, I just jumped the videos because shortage of time. So as mentioning the cross-school experiences, so I can answer more questions regarding this for students who are keen to maybe start the first year in Mumbai and then go abroad or directly start abroad. Our uniqueness of Marangoni is the teaching methods. As I said, our faculty are from the industry, so there's a lot of mix of academic and hands-on experience, which is vital in these sectors in fashion, art, and design. We are a private school. We have always been for the last 85 years. This year is our 85th anniversary, but we have been well structured and collaborated with the local education ministries in these different countries in able to get the certification done. I want to briefly mention our courses. In the fashion stream, we have fashion designing, fashion styling, and fashion design business, for example. Yeah, these are the main categories that we have in the fashion segment. In the arts, it's multimedia arts and art history and culture. And then in design, we have interior design, product design, and graphic, that is visual design. But I want to bring your attention to our short courses. So students who are preparing, for example, in the 11th grade or 12th, as soon as they finish, they can attend our short courses, which is 3 weeks to 6 weeks, which some now online, as well as they can visit the campuses and have these courses that will prepare them for the undergrad program in this. So we have in London and Paris, we have the BA degree 3-year program, but we also have something called the sandwich year. So it's a 4-year program, undergrad program, where after 2 years of studies, students can take a break, and we help place them with a brand, with a company in London or Paris to work for 1 academic year, that is 36 weeks. And then they come back in the 4th year to complete their graduation. So when they graduate, they have a degree with already 1 year experience. And that really helps them to get into the industry. We have an extensive also scholarship program, which is on our website, where students can apply for scholarships. I'll be happy to take more questions or answer. You can get in touch with me. I will share my contact details on the site, and this will be helpful for you in your application process. Thank you so much for your attention, and look forward to see you soon. Thank you. Thank you, Almas.
Thank you, Rahul. Thank you very much. Now moving on from one of the best fashion schools to one of the best B schools of Europe, I would like to invite Mr. Daljit Panging from ESSEC Business School. Daljit.
Yeah, good afternoon, Almas.
Good afternoon, Daljit.
Good afternoon, everybody. So, today I'm talking. I thought of introducing a very good program, which is known as Global BBA Program, Bachelor in Business Administration. It comes from one of the top B school in the world, which is known as ESSEC Business School. And we have campus in Paris and Singapore, and along with the Global BBA program, we also have other master program which are top 3 worldwide ranking. If you Google it, Financial Times ranking, QS ranking, all our master programs are top 3. And we also have a dual degree with IIM Ahmedabad, which is #1 in India. And so today I will talk about a program which is for all the students who are thinking of applying after class 12, where they need to go. So in this program today, I want to tell you about why it is ranked #1 for more than 12 years in France. What is the placement? What is the salary? How much you will get right after 4 years of your bachelor program? So although it's a French-based school, the entire course is 100% in English. So the language is not a barrier, and the students should not think like they don't have maths, so it's a barrier to apply for global BBA for ESSEC. The maths is not required if you have a course which is related with commerce, like either eco or any subject which is related with commerce stream. So ESSEC is more than 100 years old. We are preparing the global manager, global leader in the business world, more than 100 years. And there are a few alumni who are top ranked in the, you name it, can be in the luxury brand, can be in the construction companies, you name it. You can Google it. Of course, I will not elaborate about the details. So I will mainly focus on the global BBA program. So the global BBA program in France, it is ranked #1 since 12 years. You can see on the right side of the screen. And we have more than 55,000 alumni globally. And this is the slide where it shows the ranking and the accreditation. Of course, this ranking is 2017. I need to update that, which is top 5 now, top 3 in 2019 ranking by Financial Times. And if the students thinks if they get a degree from Global BBA, after the bachelor degree, maybe they might not apply, or if they think, does it accredited it worldwide? So if you see in the left side, right side of the screen, you can see there's a Triple Crown accreditation. Very few institutions have this Triple Crown. So it is worldwide recognized, the bachelor degree as well as master degree of ESSEC. So we have a campus in Paris. The student have a choice, either they can apply in Paris or they can apply in Singapore. Of course, everybody knows Paris, so I'm not putting the slide about Paris, but here, if you think of studying out of India, why Singapore? So Singapore, I just want to tell you, this is, of course, it is very close to India, and it is the safest country in the entire world. And so why ESSEC ranked #1 for last 12 years? So what we believe, learning by doing, this is the main mantra of ESSEC. Like, until and unless you learn, and what you learn, if you doesn't implement in the business world, you cannot succeed. And there's another very interesting point I want to introduce. It's called apprenticeship track. The student who thinks like in 4 years of their global BBA program, last 2 years, if they think they want to earn while they're studying at ESSEC, and they don't want to pay their tuition fee, so they can apply for this track called apprenticeship track. So last 2 years, the student will work for a company, can be luxury brand related, can be construction, can be consulting company, and they will gain experience for 2 years while studying with ESSEC. They earn salary for 2 years, and then they don't have to pay their tuition fee. The company where they will do the apprenticeship track, the company will pay their tuition fee to us. So I will talk about more about the other scholarship program while in the next slide. So in this slide, you can see why it is again ranked well. You can see the academic excellence, what we are believing in, and professional experiences. So the students in 4 years, they do 10 to 12 months of internship, which is mandatory. And in between, the student can also choose out of 160 partner universities in 40 countries. So they can choose any of the institution for their exchange program. And this is the summary of the 4 years, what student they study. So they learn all what you can see in the screen. Of course, there are some more. I'm just summarizing this. And this will make you able to apply in any industry for your job. And because of this strength, the percentage of the placement is very high. And well, of course, the entire course is in English, but once the students are with ESSEC, we will teach them French language, plus one of the language they can choose. This is to prepare them for the placement as well as for their exchange program. For example, if somebody wants to go to Germany, like Mannheim University, they can learn German. If they want to go to IE in Spain, they can learn Spanish in ESSEC while they are studying. Of course, they also have a list of US as well as Canadian institutes as well as UK institute where they can go for exchange program. So here you can see a few topmost institutes with the logo, and which is spread in 42 countries. So the world is yours. What we say, explore yourself. Whichever institute you want to join, you can join as an exchange students through ESSEC. And along with exchange, also a student can also apply for a dual degree program. So these are the institutions where the student can go for double degree. And this slide is very interesting, where the students, they can see themselves after 4 years. So after 4 years, the student, they earn, which is around 36 lakhs 50,000 Indian rupees. This is the initial average salary what the students earns. It is in the Singapore dollar and it is in euro. And you can see the placement, where the student they get placed and which industry they do. And this all are based on the survey of 2018 BBA graduates. Of course, there are also Indian students. And in the next slide, this is also shows about the placement. So you can see the before graduation, 64% of students, they get job, 64% before graduation. And in the next slide, very important, this is, I think, the last slide I'm going to share you. And you can see once you apply, you don't need to go for TOEFL, you don't need to appear for SAT. And if you are thinking of appearing for availing the scholarship, here you go. The excellence scholarship is 20,000 euros, and the diversity scholarship, which is mostly for the Indian students because they are diverse. If they apply for Paris campus or Singapore campus, they are diverse. So it is there. And of course, for the online application and the scholarship information, if you need, you can WhatsApp me anytime. This is the WhatsApp number you can see in the screen, as well as my email ID. And if you think of preparing and applying, I'm there. Thanks for your kind attention and looking forward to see you in Paris or Singapore. Thank you, Almas. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Doljit. Lovely presentation. Now, as we start with the US University, I want to end the introductions with the US organization. So I would like to invite Ms. Megha Yadav from Education US.
Thank you so much, Almas, and I will begin with sharing my screen. I hope
yes,
you all can view my screen. Okay, I'll just. Is it still visible?
No. Previously, it was there.
Okay, just give me a minute. Okay,
Yeah,
do you see the screen now?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
great.
it's there.
See. All right. So I begin with I'll begin with the presentation with an introduction about Education USA. Education USA, like you all know, is not a university. It is an organization supported by US Department of State. We are a US government network, and our mandate is to provide accurate, current, and comprehensive information, and most importantly, unbiased information to students who wish to pursue their higher studies in the United States. And we also represent all the accredited higher education institutions in the United States. There are around 4,700 accredited higher education institutions, and we represent all of them. Education USA has a global presence in 170 plus countries. And we have in total of, I think we have more than 430 centers. I don't exactly know the total number of centers that we have so far. In India, we have 7 centers, so mostly prevalent in all the metro cities. In Ahmedabad, we have a center hosted by Indo-American Education Society. In Bangalore, the center is hosted by Yashna Trust. The centers in Chennai, Hyderabad, Kolkata, Mumbai, and New Delhi are hosted by United States India Educational Foundation. I'm reporting live from New Delhi, so you can get in touch with the center in New Delhi. Moving on, how we help students work on their application is how we help students who wish to pursue their higher studies in the United States is through these 5 steps. These are the 5 steps that Education USA has organized that will give you a very structured and a very, a very structured and a systematic approach to complete your application process in a very timely manner. Step 1 is research your options, which helps you understand and look for universities that are the right fit for you. And financing your studies, which is step two, is actually in case you are looking for any funding opportunity, this step helps you to explore some options that are available. And step three is to complete your application, where you actually start working on all the components of, you put together all the components of your application and ensure that the components are put together in a manner that your application comes out as stronger as possible, so that you get as many admits as possible. And step four is to help you understand what are the things that are required to apply for student visa, and for which we actually do sessions conducted by US visa consular officers. These visa consular officers are the ones who actually interview you at the time of your visa interviews and adjudicate visas to students. And step five is to actually prepare you for your departure, where we guide you on things that you can work on, things that you can keep in mind before you are headed to the United States. This is a standard undergraduate application package that is required. So because the universities in the US look for all these components, mostly all these components, and they will not just look at one of the aspects, they will look at all the aspects. They will actually look at, they follow a holistic approach. And my colleague from Kent State University did mention about these things. So they not just look at your academic transcript, they will look at your academic scores, your standardized test scores, your application essays. They want to know who you are as a person. They want to know who wrote a reference for you. If there are any supplementary essays that talk about your personality. So these are a few things that you need to keep in mind, and we guide you through how you can make your application stronger, how you can make these components stronger when you submit your application. So this is what we help you with. And how you can help us, how you can connect with us is through, I'm just keeping it short because of the time, and I don't want to waste a lot of time. So how you can connect with us, Education USA India mobile app, which you can source of information on US higher education. And you can get all the questions answered. If you have any, you can write to us, and the answer, if you're writing it on the app, you will get the responses from the Education USA advisors. These are certain services that we a wide variety of services that are available for our students. You can sign yourself up if you're looking for any updates on higher education. And we also keep doing a lot of sessions. There are virtual sessions that we are doing right now because we've gone completely virtual. There is no in-person advising that is happening. So you can attend our free virtual sessions, our virtual specialized information sessions on admissions and application process. We do the sessions with US University, we do the sessions with testing agencies. So, and in case you want to look up for our upcoming session, you can down in the chat box. In case you have any questions, you can call us at our national toll-free line, which is 1-800-103-1231. We are available from Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And we have an Education USA advisor answering your questions. You can also chat with us on Facebook. We do it at the American Center New Delhi page. And to get updates from us, do look at our Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram handles. We're available there. You will see some scholarship updates, some universities posts for our students to help them understand how what are the things, what are the things trending at the university campuses. And in case you're looking for 24/7 advising, visit our YouTube channel, which has a huge repository of sessions that we conduct for students. These are all webinars and various sessions conducted for students that will talk only about US application process. Do check out the videos. These are very detailed sessions that you can look up for. There also, we guide you advising membership. There, an advisor will be assigned to you, and that advisor guides you through the 5 steps that I just talked about. You can get in touch with us, and we'll be happy to help you further. For that, at Delhi, you can connect with us here. This is these are our contact details. You can take a screenshot, or else I'll also put that in the chat box. And you can call us, you can email us. These are our email addresses in the chat box. And with that, I'm going to end the session. Thank you so much. And I hope, Almas, I was in time.
Yes, short and sweet, Megha. Thank you very much for the lovely presentation.
Awesome, great.
Thank you very much for your presentation. Now, as we are done with the university introductions, I'll move on to the Q&A session. And I can see a lot of questions there, and most of them have already been answered. So I'll just take the relevant ones. So this is for you, Doljit. Ashnoor says, is global BBA program different from other traditional business programs? Yeah, so I'll just repeat my question. Is global BBA program different from other traditional business programs? And if yes, then how?
Okay,
Yes, Doljit.
so usually, of course, it is very unique. What ESSEC offers, if I talk about the apprenticeship track, where the student in 4 years they study, doesn't matter Paris campus or Singapore campus. Last 2 years, I don't I never heard of any institution. Maybe you can check it out, where last 2 years the student can work in a company 2 years while studying with us. They will gain experience, they will study at ESSEC, they will earn salary for 2 years without paying their tuition fee. And their tuition fee will be paid by the company to us, to ESSEC. So this is a very unique global BBA program. And in this global BBA program, the students also have an opportunity if they study for IB track. First year, either in Paris or Singapore. Second year, they will be University of South Carolina in US. Third year, they will be University of in Mannheim in Germany. And fourth year, they will be in Brazil. So 4 top B school in 4 years in 4 different countries. This is very unique. It is unique. Another way also where the student can study in 3 continents. The first year in Singapore, first 2 years in Singapore or Paris, then they change their campus. So they already exposed to Asia as well as in Europe. And the last year, they can go for US also. So in 4 years, they study in 3 continents. And entire curriculum is in English. They will learn French. They will learn one of their choice of their languages. So after 4 years of their global BBA studies, they have a so strong resume. So this is the main strength of ESSEC global BBA students, why they are getting job, getting placement. 69% they get job before they complete their graduation, and the rest within 6 months. So, and if you see the initial average salary also is very high. And this is the uniqueness of ESSEC Global BBA.
Yeah, thank you, Doljit. Ashnoor, I guess you have your answer. So I can see a lot of questions for University of Ottawa. So Anaga, I'll just give you a chance to pick your question.
Sure. So there were a couple of questions, I think relevant to eligibility criteria. So let me just summarize them. Yes, we do have computer science program, robotics programs. Robotics students can study through computer science, where they specialize with AI and robotics, or they can take up mechanical engineering and computing technology as their program. and take up subjects relevant to robotics. There's very high-end research that happens relevant to ethical robotics, ethical AI at University of Ottawa. In fact, recently some of our faculties were awarded almost $2 million of funding, where they are going to work on some of the AI concepts relevant to COVID impact in the country. So you can definitely pursue that. Uh, the broad requirements would be that you must have maths, physics in your curriculum currently in high school. For all engineering programs, our admissibility cutoffs go as high as 85 to 90%. What you're looking at is a minimum 70% as an eligible criteria over 3 years of your high school, which is 10th, 11th, and 12th. And additionally, of course, you should have a higher percentage to be admissible at the university. Engineering students do have an option where if they're admitted to University of Ottawa, they get a straightforward $5,000 of scholarship. And if you have an admissibility average of about 92% in your 12th grade, you get a $10,000. Each school has a different scholarship, each stream, I will say. So for business programs, somebody had asked that, what kind of scholarships are we looking at? So even there, you have scholarships which can range from about 2,000 to 10,000 Canadian dollars per annum. All of these scholarships are renewable every year. So if you keep maintaining your prerequisite grades, you will keep getting your scholarships. For business programs, though, you must be mindful that you must have math in your curriculum as far as your high school is concerned, which is your 11th and 12th grade. Without having math in your curriculum, it will be very difficult to get an admission into University of Ottawa because that's one of the prerequisites. Any other question, Almas? I'm just going
Yeah, I guess there are a lot of questions. So what I would recommend students, if you have any specific queries regarding your courses, you directly write to them. It will be a better option.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, so you'll get an in-depth answers for that. So Rituraj, you also have a lot of questions, but before coming to you, I'll go to Megha. There's one question for you, Megha. So Sharat says, are there any restrictions on non-citizens for working in the media or journalism field in US?
If I talk about working, that's something that I mean, this is, I will not be able to talk much about it because we don't we don't focus on working in the US. We focus on the higher education bit in the United States. For if you want to look at the career trends and if you want to look at various opportunities in the related field, go to the Department of Labor website and just Google Occupational Outlook Handbook, OOH. Just type in Occupational Outlook Handbook, and you will be able to figure out if there are any restrictions or if there are any trends that are available in the related field. I can just type that in, or I can just share the link in between in the chat box.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, thank you, Megha. So Rituraj, again for you, pick your question. You have a lot of questions in line.
You can give any random question.
Okay, you have marked a lot of questions to be answered live, I guess. Okay, Ottawa. Okay, so yeah, Gurshin says if you can elaborate on courses on arts and sciences.
Okay, so under arts and sciences, we have many courses. As I mentioned in my presentation, we have 285 plus courses offered. Okay, so in that we have like actuarial mathematics are there, physics, chemistry, biology program are there, computer science programs are there. Okay, geography is there, international relations are there. And so there are a lot of programs are there. If I start coming, it will be like 60 to 70 programs under arts and sciences.
Yeah, that's what I'm actually telling the students, that if you have any specific query, it's better to directly call them or mail them to get an in-depth answer. Yeah, so
so I have given the details and the contact also. So in case if any student, we love to handle the question and help assist him. Any question related to for the undergraduate.
Yeah, definitely. So I guess that was the last question that I asked you. I have a lot, I can see a lot of questions, but students, these are very in-depth questions. So it's better to write to them or call them, and you will definitely get an answer for them. You will definitely hear from them. So I would like to thank all of you for joining us today. Thank you, all the university delegates. And I would like to thank Principal Jaspal Kaur Public School, Headmistress of the school, and especially Dr. Sani for coordinating with us. Ma'am, over to you. Dr. Sani, over to you.
Gulin ma'am, unmute yourself, please.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Almas. I think I must thank on behalf of school management, school authorities, parents and students for ICA, International Center for Advancement of Education, for collaborating with us and organizing such a wonderful, informative and virtual career platform. I think this is the first time we are doing a virtual career fair in 2020. And I must thank all the universities, the heads for guiding our students, for telling us about the foundation courses, telling us about the integrated programs which are coming up, the scholarships. And I believe the students are going to take direction from this. And above all, I must be fortunate enough to be guided by our principal ma'am for constant support, and headmistress ma'am for constant encouragement, I must say, and hand holding to the JKPS team and the students. Always, they're always with us, always giving us a push to us to have program, this wonderful program, virtual career fair and otherwise also. And above all, the teachers, Shikha Chopra ma'am, the students. I know you all must have taken some guidance. I know one career fair is not enough, as ma'am says, but I would say that follow your passion, follow your dreams, and whatever you decide, I hope it makes you happy. I think follow your light, follow the shine, and I think the shadow will follow you as such. So thank you all for a wonderful session. Principal ma'am, HM ma'am, would you like to add on to this?
Yeah, thank you so much, Gurleen. And I think you had taken an initiative and it seems to be, coming up so well. I'm sure it's the beginning.
Yes.
And we had to start from somewhere. So that's what I personally feel, that we are not going on the, in terms of calculating the benefits being transpired to the students, but at least we have made a beginning. So that's more important, and I would like one of the student to speak up. How did they really like the show? And if I can have one of the students, I can see a few on the screen here. So any child who would, I would definitely love something to hear from my children, because
Yeah, you
they are the
you
ones
can
who are
definitely
addressing
raise
me.
your virtual hand and I can give you the audio rights. Any one of you, just raise your virtual hand and I can give you
And
the
many students, ma'am, had a lot of questions. We thought they are shy, but they all had their very nice questions to add on. Arveen is there.
yes, Arvind, yeah. You can unmute yourself and you can speak.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, Dacha, you are audible.
Ma'am, the session was quite informative and it really helped about the universities.
We can't hear you. I think something.
Arvind, what did you say? Repeat better.
Ma'am, am I audible now?
Yeah, you are audible now, beta.
Ma'am, the session was quite informative and useful for the future as well, because basic interest and all, we have to do it by ourselves only, but the college and university, we need the correct guidance.
Okay, thank you, Arvind. Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Anybody
Arvind.
else? Anybody else who would like to share Or maybe what is the takeaway? I would like to hear that, the takeaway by any one of you. And even if it is not any takeaway, we are here to hear it, because we also learn from you.
Yes, Sharad wants to say something. Yes, you can unmute yourself, Sharad.
I just wanted to say that the importance of interdisciplinary courses and not sticking to a particular field is, I think, increasing more and more. So that was highlighted today.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much, everyone. I think Gurleen ma'am has already formally closed and said the vote of thanks. But the only request to all the students is that please keep your eyes and ears and mind and heart. You know, most of the time we say just keep your eyes open or just keep your ear open. I always say keep your heart and mind. Of course, if your heart and mind is open, your eyes and ears will definitely be open. Because with your heart, you have to follow your dreams and passion. With your mind, you have to plan them. And you cannot plan them unless you hear, unless you do not look around what is happening in the world, what is happening in your vicinity, what is happening, at the national level, international level. What I feel in India is missing, that is my personal opinion with due respect to all the institutions, that the awareness level of our children is not up to the mark. What I have observed internationally, I have been fortunate enough to meet people and visit them and speak to the children. I feel they're, even if they're very confident because they read a lot, number one. Number two, they are confident because they do not follow the crowd. They have their own opinion. And moreover, they know, they keep their, their awareness level is very high. Just to close with a note that if I ask you that how much you know about India, whenever I get international visitors, they know their city, they know their country, they know their, state so well. They know about their culture, they know about everything. But when we speak of India, it has so much of diversity. It's humongous, I would say. But even then, if I ask you a question, what do you know about Shalimar Bagh? That is just, I'm, hitting at a, just, I would say, a nail of the hand. So if I ask you what is there in Shalimar Bagh, half of you will not be aware. If I ask you what is there in Delhi for people, what is the culture of Delhi? Although it is, cosmopolitan, but even then. So awareness level starts from your very, very close surroundings. So we must aware ourselves about, even if I ask you to speak about your father, you won't be able to speak more than he's a businessman or he's, so what is he dealing with? Who all are, how many people are working, or is he working somewhere? So it's important to know things in detail, to understand and feel things. So that is the only request, children. Keep your heart, keep your mind, keep your eyes, keep your ear open, and absorb, because this is the time when your mind is more than 100% receptive. Your age is such, you can go ahead like anything. So just keep doing that and things would fall in place. Thank you so much, everyone. It was wonderful hearing all of you, and we will get back to you personally also, students, as well as the school and the school counselor. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much once again for your inspirational words. And Dr. Gurleen, thank you very much for coordinating with us. And I would like to repeat myself that students, if you have any query, you can directly contact all the delegates who are there from the Indian University or from the overseas universities here. They all have given you all the details. And if you want other details, you can definitely write to us at communications@icaindia.com, and we will get back to you with all your answers. So thank you everyone for joining us today. Stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you very much. Bye-bye for now.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Almas.
Thank you.
Bye, ma'am.